Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing a very special reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps this channel grow, and it really helps me out tremendously. So thank you so very much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. Now we're going to be doing the Equinox and New Moon in Aries reading for you. And it's a very special, very powerful time. So let's see, Leo, what energy we need to be mindful of during this time. This is the Five of Swords. This is feeling like we have a battle that we fought before and it's coming back. And it could be very overwhelming. It could be pushing us out of our comfort zone. What we need to know about this Equinox New Moon combination and the power of Aries. This is known as the astrologer's new year. So what is happening here is that we're kind of getting a new start, very much so. And especially if the new year, 2023 has been a bit trying, a bit overwhelming at times. This is a time, this can be a turning point for so many of us. Now, with the equinox, 0 planets are in retrograde, and that is so powerful because it really gives us this push forward, the sense of I can do this. So with this energy coming in of, well, I have to face this problem, or, I'm not handling things the way that I want to. Step back. Step back because the ego can be taking over. Step back because there's almost a sense of it needs to be done perfectly, and Spirit saying why. The battle doesn't need to be perfect. It just simply needs to be won. And that's what we have to realize with ourselves. Aries and Leo energy, it can make for kind of an explosive combination, but it also makes for a astoundingly strong combination. So lower energy vibration, it can become explosive. Higher energy vibration, it's strength compound with strength, which leads us forward in a way that says I am unstoppable, I am focused, and I am driven. This fear that I won't be able to break these patterns comes in, yeah, sure, but it doesn't define me, and it is simply a fear, which doesn't get to rule me. So let's see what Spirit has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this one right here. Show me clearly. And here, this is compassion, which makes perfect sense because it looks like we're a bit hard on ourselves right now. So we're going to find it a bit difficult with compassion reversed to have compassion for ourselves. We're judging ourselves very harshly. And okay, sometimes it's useful, but it's not going to be useful now. It's just going to make us feel bad about ourselves, overwhelmed, make it feel like I can't move forward. And that's not what this moon is about. This is powerful change and transformation. So that's what we have. That's what we have coming forward, whether we like it or not. That is what the equinox is bringing us on the 20th to the 21st. This new moon is on the 21st. This is a powerful, powerful, powerful catalyst for change. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're in the northern hemisphere, it's spring. It's a sense of things, opening up, coming back, rebirth. In the southern hemisphere, it's a sense of things kind of cocooning, hibernation, connection. That's going to all be very important for us. It is going to depend where we are in the world, right? How we're viewing this time emotionally. But there is just such a powerful change of triumph over darkness. That is going to be the running theme throughout this whole entire time. So let's look at what the tarot has to say for herself. And I just say she because, I don't know, I just see it as such. It doesn't mean that this is only for women, so just know that. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, goodness. Okay. Let me just move this over here. This is a bonus card. So with the 7 of Wands here as a bonus card, there's a sense of, I don't want to fight anymore. And that's going to be the 7 of Wands reverse. It's very much a sense of, I don't want to fight anymore. This isn't serving me the way that it once did. And that's going to be very powerful. 6 planets are in Aries. You know, there's this real fire and strength and determination. We also have, the sun and the moon and Neptune squared Mars, okay? Which means that Mars is in Gemini, and this means that communication can be overwhelming. We are not fighting. We're going to find that some people want to communicate through anger and frustration and fighting, and it's like, I'm really done with this. I really don't want this in my life anymore. And there's such a sense of clarity. This is also because the moon and the sun have a tight semi-square with Uranus, and Uranus is all about clarity, truth, awakening. So this energy here of the bonus card of like, I'm not fighting anymore is going to be so powerful for us, and so defining. It moves us to the 6 of Wands that is crowning this whole entire reading, and the 6 of Wands is triumph, success, learning how to celebrate ourselves. Okay, we might not have done everything 100%, right? And we can be inconsiderate to ourselves, but we're also going to be learning how to celebrate us, learning how to embrace our triumphs, learning how to embrace our successes. And here, with judgment reversed, there is a sense of it doesn't need to be for the whole wide world. It just needs to be for me. And as we look at this, there's a sense of I am moving forward. For me, what I desire, what I want, what I need. And that's opening up the door in a very real way. With the Knight of Wands reversed, we can be having a bit of trouble with a child energy, okay? And this is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? But there's also going to be a sense of a message is coming our way. There is something that we need to learn during this time. And Spirit is thinking, I'm making this really clear. We're not getting it. And it doesn't mean that we're not going to get it, but there's just a lesson that's coming. It's a little bit harder for us to learn, or it's a little bit harder for us to fully comprehend than we thought it would be. So there's going to be something here where we're looking at it, and then all of a sudden a realization comes, and it's like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that before? Like, why didn't I realize that before? It moves us to the 2 of Wands. This isn't about walking through a door. This isn't about, connecting with more people, with more things, with, more. It is about connecting simply with ourselves. And it's about looking at what is right in front of us now, which is going to be a harder thing to do. With the world reversed, again, it's not about setting sail. It's not about taking flight. It's not about, the greater world. It is simply about me. It is simply about you, Leo. And there's going to be a power in that. When a Leo fully knows themselves, when a Leo is passionate and determined and focused, you shine like the sun. I mean, you're ruled by the sun. So that's a huge thing. But you shine like nobody else. And it defines you. There's a special something to a Leo that people can't usually put their finger on, but it makes you shine. It makes you stand out. And this is like the small universe within you. It is connecting with your chi. It's connecting with your energy, your life force, your greater understanding. And there's a power to you because of that, because you're becoming so intensely focused and honed. And what it brings you is to the Knight of Cups, water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. This energy of I am moving forward in love is going to be something that can be very overwhelming for us. Our heart has steered us wrong before. So it means that we are a little bit, apprehensive at fully listening to it again. But with the Knight of Cups, I am moving towards what I love, what I desire, and what I need. There's also something here, water sign energy, that equates movement. There is something here where either, I don't know, I see you traveling with this person, connecting with this person. There is something here with water sign energy that is going to move you forward. And you kind of like wrote off this person or didn't think that they provided so much movement, like they provided so much power forward, but they do. So just be really aware of this. I see it as another person, like you connecting with this person after a while. But I also see this as a real sense of my heart is leading me to where I need to be. And I hadn't given my heart kind of the respect that it deserved before. So let's dive deeper. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Oh, goodness. Okay, all the cards. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're moving forward from a devil energy. And that's going to be a really big thing for this time for us, Leo. There was somebody, it can be a Capricorn, but it's going to be somebody who's has addictions, who has issues. They have issues. That's the nicest way to put it about them. They have issues and they pulled us down. All right. We might have gone and said, okay, you know, I'm going to try this stuff out too. And that's how it happened. But it's like, I really see this as a dark, malevolent energy that was around you. It was a lesson, sure. It was one that when you look back at it, you think I could have done without that, as so many of our lessons on this world are. But there's a power to you now that when you move forward in your heart, there's a power to somebody who has been through storms and has come out. And you're going to see that power leading you forward. With the repeat of the number 6 as a crowning number, this is a time of healing. This is a time of nurturing. This is a time of compassion. To give that to yourself is going to be the greatest gift. And of course, we're having a bit of problems with compassion because that's usually how things play out. But we're going to see here that there's something about connecting with childhood, people from our past, or just even the sense of wonderment and a childlike wonder that's going to be so important to us. We cannot live in our past. And that's going to be something that we find a bit hard. It's like, but I have to live here, or like it can be, I'm trying to find comfort or solace or punishment. I don't know. It's going to be different because this is a general reading, so many things come in. But there is a sense of, I can't live in the past. I have to move forward and I have to be able to celebrate myself. With the energy here of I'm not fighting, you have the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It can be that you're working with an Earth sign energy who's astoundingly powerful, right? But there's also this sense of when I stop fighting, I can see more clearly the way that I need to move forward and what I desire and how I'm planting things and the seeds that I'm sowing and where I'm headed and what I want from my life. There's a release of fear, okay? But there's also a sense through judgment of a fear because this is the moon energy coming forward. Is that the moon? Sorry, wait, let me see. No, that's the star energy coming forward. But there's a sense of fear here. It's like something is darkened, something isn't clear. It feels like a wish isn't granted because it needs to be more. It doesn't need to be more. It needs to be focused and it needs to be yours. There's a problem learning, okay? There's something here that we're not seeing because we're too focused around work and a sense of, but this has to be done now. We can be highly successful, but we can ignore something that is very precious to us. So just be mindful about this. What is really nice here is that because the doors aren't opening and we're really looking at ourselves, we're starting to release a lot of the baggage that we've carried, a lot of the weight, a lot of the hurt. And again, the doors aren't opening. And that's just reiterated with the world right here. And then the 2 of Wands, the doors aren't opening because it is us, ourselves, that have to embrace moving forward in love in order to release addictions, traumas, hurts, and pains. Okay? I see this as inflicted by another, like somebody who just like kind of was enchanting. Okay, so I know this sounds really funny, but his nose is quite big and his chin is quite pointy. I see this as somebody with either a big nose or a big chin. It doesn't have to be, but for certain, there is somebody who's listening who has this person here, again, either big nosed or big chinned, pointy chinned, where this person, they didn't do right by you. They didn't really care, and you thought they did. And it's a scar that you will carry. But it's also something that has made your heart so aware. It has transformed you. And you're thinking, yeah, not in a good way, Dane. And fair enough. But you're going to be surprised how you come out the other end. You're going to be surprised at how strong and determined and focused you are, and how you're moving forward, and what power you have. You don't see it now, and that's okay. A lot of times we're in the thick of things, we don't see it, but we will be seeing it. We will be embracing this energy more and more and more. And there's a sense of like, this was my turning point. This was my point where I walked away from the addiction that was keeping me at a low energy vibration. And there's a severing of ties. There's literally a cutting of a cord that's happening here. And you're going to find that it's most likely started in the Aquarius time frame, which is January 20th to February 18th. There's something here where it started there. And it's going to take a whole year cycle, okay, for you to see how strong and powerful you actually are. But once you walk out of this year, you're going to be like, well, I didn't expect this. But the doors are opening, and you are opening to them. And that's going to be a beautiful thing, Leo. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, we're seeing what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels. It's very interesting that your Libra energy here is coming through. One, in balance, one out of balance. So it feels like this time is kind of like a seesaw. It's a little bit rocky at times. So just be aware of that for yourself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. And show me clearly. Angels. Yeah. Okay. And spirit guides. Angels. This one right here. So we have here, expect powerful change and action. This is going to be a time where we can get caught up in the action of it, the movement of it, the sense of it has to be like this, or I have to be going this way. So just be aware of this. This is a time where this powerful change brings us to a place of action. We have to be very mindful not to fight. We have to be very mindful to exalt ourselves, to raise ourselves up, and not fall in the pattern of judging ourselves off the past. We're not the past. Okay? A win-win outcome is forecast, is reversed. We don't feel like I'm going to win. I'm going to be prosperous. There's a sense that this moon is very much telling us we're judging ourselves too harshly. We're not in balance, okay? But we are abundant. And that's going to be something where we start to realize this. We start to come to this realization. Here it says your hard work is paying off. Oh no, the end of a tough cycle is approaching. This is resistance. Like you have tried to be crushed, okay? And with this full moon in Capricorn energy coming forward, it's like, okay, listen, the end of a tough cycle is here. This is where I need to be. It's not about the rest of the world. It's just about me, which sounds selfish to say. It isn't. It brings us to emotions are running high, and that is reversed. We might find that we're really rather calm during this time. We can also find that because things aren't quite in balance, we can go from being really calm and really kind of like stabilized to really chaotic and really intense. So just be aware of this because we have will coming forward. What is our will? What do we want? We're not really sure. And the moon shows us a confusion, but in that confusion, it also brings us power because here it says a new romantic cycle begins. So we're finding a balance. It's a new romantic cycle. It's something that we're falling in love with. It doesn't mean that we have to find a new partner, but we're going to find ourselves feeling like it's never going to come. Even though the moon is telling us, yes, this new romantic cycle is starting, things are going to be in balance, we don't feel in balance with ourselves. Now, with the new moon in Leo, okay, and this is a new moon time, so this is powerful. It says, confidence is your key to success. Believe in yourself. Leos are really good at pretending to believe in themselves. It's harder for a Leo fully to believe in themselves, to say, yes, I can do this. And then attraction here, the energy that you put out, okay, this is reversed. It feels like the energy that you're putting out, you could be putting out positivity. You don't get that positivity. But when you put out negativity, it smacks you in the face like a truck. So you're going to be thinking here, what the heck's going on? It is because the negativity of this world is much easier to attract. It's lower energy vibration. It's most people's baseline. People are attracted to that. Higher energy vibration, people want to pull you down. So you're going to be feeling that. With confidence is your key to success, right? Exalt yourself, release the past. It's going to be harder for it to take action in your life and for you to feel yourself taking action in this. A win-win outcome is forecast, as Spirit said before. It doesn't feel that way, but abundance is coming your way. Abundance is leading you forward. There is power to you that you haven't seen. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of here is the High Priestess reversed. Subconsciously, we can feel it being very scary to embrace our compassionate self, our psychic self, our spiritually aligned self. And there's something here that says, I don't want to see it, because we've seen it before, but it was when we were walking down a path that wasn't right for us, or a path that was darker, or, one of those dark nights of the soul, and things got a little bit scary. So we turned that point off in ourselves, which is what we do. When things aren't going right and we're not answering Spirit's call, we can turn that point off. There can be a fear that it's never going to be turned on. We're never going to really connect again. But there's also a fear of what happens when I connect again. What happens as I embrace the power of me? Where does it lead me? So know that question is here. Our subconscious message from Spirit is prosperity reverse. We don't think we're going to be prosperous. We don't think that we're going to be able to move forward the way that we want to. There's a lot of questions here of, can I achieve what I want to achieve? Or can I have what I want to have? Can I be who I want to be? The answer is yes. Okay? Life gets sticky and tricky. It gets chaotic and overwhelming. But there's a power to you, Leo, that shines like the sun, that rules you, that lifts you up, that moves you forward. And it is extraordinary. It moves you to your subconscious tarot message. I love that. Which is the 10 of Swords, which here it is the slaying of dragons, right? And being able to rest, taking care of yourself, calmly centering you. That's going to be very powerful. The 10 of Swords is a sense of, the 10 of Swords can be overkill. It's overkill. It's just too much. But here, I'm slaying those dragons. I'm not going to be defeated by this. And the 4 of Swords is a need to rest and honor your story, honor your past, because you haven't been. Our subconscious Luna message is your commitment is being tested, and pleasure. What brings you happiness, what brings you joy is being tested. And you feel like pleasure within your own life is being tested. You're going to find that this moon brings you a clarity, brings you an awakening, brings you an understanding that is overwhelming at times, but profoundly beautiful. It's like, okay, I'm stepping into where I always needed to be. I just had to take some side streets in order to get here. All right, Leo, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy, as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May you have an absolutely abundant astrological new year, eclipse, and new moon. God bless you. Bye.